Hey all, welcome back to another episode of Abroad and Abroad. That makes no sense. I need to take that trash out. She's abroad in China. Alright, seriously. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I know this video is long overdue. I definitely do apologize. I am not going to hit you with the excuses of a lifetime. And that is all. No, that's not all. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, so today's video is actually going to be about I guess transitioning to China. It's going to be about coming to China, living in China. If you plan on visiting China, some things that you should probably bring with you. If you are going to move to China for a year, like I am doing right now, the things that you need to know and prepare for before you get here. I have everything written down on the back of this, which is a picture from Phuket. Yeah, that's how we doing it out here. So when I opened my poll, a couple of questions that some people had, I just kind of listed them out. So to start off with, before coming to China, they're going to be an unlocked phone, okay? You definitely need an unlocked phone. Definitely make sure in the personal items that you bring with you, bring deodorant. Your favorite type of deodorant. At least bring, if you're staying here for about a year, I would say at least bring 4 to however much, depends on how much deodorant you use. Of course, you will be able to find deodorant, especially if you're in a larger city like I am. Of course, Beijing, Hong Kong, Shanghai, those places are very, they have a lot of Western influences, so I have no doubt that you'll be able to find deodorant there. However, the price will, of course, be very expensive, especially if you are buying a Western brand. So if you don't want to spend that extra money, bring deodorant with you. It's also kind of difficult, even in the city that I'm in, it's a very large city, but finding Western deodorant just in general is a little bit more difficult. I have this right now. It's Nivea. Of course, it is a Western brand, but as you can see, it's produced for Chinese consumption. So these brands like Nivea, let me see what else I have that's Western. I have this, which is like, I brought it for my face because I'm having a lot of issues with my face. We'll talk about it. These brands, they can be more expensive, of course, because they are Western and X, Y, and Z. So for things like that, just make sure that you purchase them in bulk and that you pack them in generous supply so that you don't run out of them and you don't run out of the things that help you, essentially. So those things are deodorant, lotion, facial products, or any other type of personal hygiene products that are not necessary, but any other type of personal hygiene products that you deem to be necessary for your lifestyle, okay? My personal favorite brand of deodorant before I left was Tom's. Don't have Tom's. I really want Tom's. My mom is trying to send me Tom's, and I'm like, no, don't send me Tom's. It's too expensive to send. I wish I would have packed it, but I didn't. Okay. The lotion that I use, Jergens. I don't have no Jergens. I ran out of Jergens. I've been using this little tube of vitamin E cream and this, which is my personal hair mix, Shea Butter Whip. I know it is in this because I'm black. Leave me alone. Yeah, but this is normally for my hair. I normally use this for my hair. However, it's shea butter. You can use it all over, okay? That's what I'm using. Mind your business. Okay. So anyways, outside of that, make sure that you take care of any loose ends, any business, any financial business, personal business. Take care of those things before you leave the States. That includes actually, as of recently, I've been having a very huge issue with verifying different accounts. So with that, I need an American number to be able to verify those accounts, because right now, being that I'm living in China, I have a Chinese number for my phone, and you can't put a Chinese number for American accounts. So I would actually suggest either purchase a number before you leave, or maybe set up one of those like one of those Wi-Fi numbers that you can have. Like I think Google has like a Google call or something like that. I don't know, this isn't advertising, I don't know, but I would say definitely set up one of those so that you can place your business accounts under those, so that when you do need to handle business while you're here, because it is very difficult to handle business here. Time difference, there's communication differences, there's the networks. It's very difficult to handle business here in the States, okay? So make sure you handle as much as you can before you leave. Make sure you have a phone number established already. Yeah, make sure you handle that. And also, okay, so the next subject is, I'm really sleepy, y'all. I'm so sorry. The next subject is travel. Thank you, Shelly, for asking this question. The fun part, once you get here, now, once you get in China, traveling is a lot better. So the trips that I've gone on so far, I've gone to Zhuhai and Phuket. Those are the two main trips. So traveling within China is, of course, a lot easier because you're just closer. It's a lot cheaper. Because of the public transportation, it's a lot easier to commute. So with the railway, I don't know if I've discussed this before, with the public railway, you probably take, on average, I think it takes me about... So I actually made a mistake here. It normally takes me, I would say, a total of around 4 to 5 kwai to get to work. That's including the communal bikes. They are about 150 to get to the railway station, and then the train is about 2 to 3. So yeah, it's a range of about 4 to 5 kwai. So when we went to Zhuhai, the tickets for Zhuhai in general, which we booked a fast train. So a fast train is just like, it's just like a giant bus. Like, it's just a train. Obviously, it's a train. Come on, it's a train. So when we went to Zhuhai on the fast train, the tickets were 70. Yeah, they were 70 RMB, 70 kwai, 70 yuan, means the same thing. They were 70 RMB, and I believe it was about an hour away, like an hour and 30 minutes away, I think. So that was the transport there. Now, the actual total as far as food, room and board, transportation while there, and the different excursions that we went on, I believe it was about 200 to 300 yuan a piece. So that's still not bad. If you're converting it to US dollars, I will convert it and put it somewhere. Ding. But of course, it's still affordable being a teacher here in China. So cool, lit, awesome. Now Phuket. I'm sorry, I had a great time in Phuket. Y'all, I went to Thailand. It's lit. Okay, so for Phuket, the ticket was, for a plane, the ticket was 924 RMB. Not bad. It was a round trip for 924 RMB. So altogether, I want to say a piece we probably spent about 2,000 RMB. That is generally just due to, ooh, wow. I should have actually said this earlier. While commuting throughout China, make sure that you have the proper amount of converted funds, okay? We'll talk about it in the next video, the Phuket blog. But anyways, yeah, so it was about 2,000 for food, housing, transportation, but to actually get there it was 924 RMB, so 2,924 RMB. Converted, I don't know, it's somewhere. Yeah, so that's been my travel experience so far. Coming from the US, of course, it's going to be a little bit more pricey because the actual plane ticket to get here is super expensive. Now to the part that I had a field day with. Shout out to Devin. Devin asked me about, well, I summarized it to be pet peeves. The exact question, I'll post it somewhere. So I summarized it to be pet peeves. Now, I couldn't figure out if you were asking if the Chinese have pet peeves that Americans do, or if the Americans have pet peeves that the Chinese do. What I will say is yes to both, obviously. I know that my coworkers say that, like, Americans are very loud. Sometimes we're a little rowdy. Like, they love it while we're teaching because we have a lot of energy, but we're loud. And I've noticed while being out in social arenas that we tend to, like, mess with people a lot more. Like, we like to egg people on and, like, always get people involved in stuff. I don't know why. Yeah, we're loud, we're rowdy, we always messing with people. America, right? Miracle. Anyways. So, my pet peeves, listen, I'm gonna just run off a list real quick because it's too many. It's so many. So, ready, set, go. Pet peeves. Censorship. Censorship. Okay, boom. Hygiene. Photos and videos. I'm gonna come back to it. Don't worry about it. The air. The attack on my melanin. The attack on my skin, okay? Okay. Cell phone zombies. Broken elevators. Oh my God, broken elevators. Listen, broken elevators. Cigarette smoke, the traffic, trash can ping. Sky juice. I call it sky juice. All right. So let's go ahead and break these pet peeves down, right? Censorship. We all know what censorship is. Like I said, being here in China, you have to use certain things so that you're able to communicate with certain people, that you're able to get on different things, such as this video. It takes me so long to upload videos. It takes me about a day to upload one video that is about 15 minutes because censorship, yay. Anyways, that's enough of that because my phone will get cut off and I do not have time. Hygiene, we've already addressed this in the previous videos. People don't wash their hands. People sneeze and cough aloud. They will sneeze on your neck, so make sure you take showers before you lay in your bed and wash your face daily, maybe hourly. Make sure you wash your hands. All I gotta say. Photos and videos. Okay, so this one is, I knew that it was a thing before I came here. I just thought, I just glossed over it because I was like, that's not gonna happen. People randomly take photos and videos of you. I don't know if this is all Americans. Someone has a photo of you somewhere on their fireplace. Someone is sharing your photo around a WeChat group. I don't know why, but they do. There have been so many instances where I've looked up and there is a camera like this, and they're just like, she's looking. The other day, actually, I was on my way home from work, and normally when I'm on my way home from work, I have in my headphones, I turn into a cell phone zombie. I'm just like, I tune everything out because I'm ready to come home. I'm ready to be in my peace, okay? This right here is my peace. Leave me alone. Anyways, that's not the point. I was ready to come home, okay? So I have my headphones in whenever I'm on my way home from work. And I just looked up and lady was just like, and I was like, hello. And she was like, hi. And I was like, can you, no. Can you delete that? And she was like, okay. It took this lady 10 minutes to delete the videos, plural, that she had taken of me. Why this lady took 6 videos of me and I was standing directly beside her. I wasn't doing anything. I was just standing there. 6 videos. It took you 6 videos to film me standing. I'm confused. I was very confused. She kept tapping me. She was like, okay, look, delete. And I was like, okay. And I thought that was it. And I would turn my head and she was like, look, delete. And I was like, okay. Turn my head again. Look, delete. Why do you have 6 videos of me? What are you? So, if you come to China, trust and believe you will get stared at. You will have photos and videos taken of you wherever you go, especially if you go into a smaller region within a city. So Guangzhou is where I'm at. I'm in what's called Tianhe. It's a lot more foreigner friendly. It's a lot of foreigners walking around. It's a lot of like foreign shops here. It's a lot. So a lot of people are more familiar with seeing foreigners just walking around. I mean, of course, you still have people like the woman who recorded 6 videos of me, but if you go to smaller areas like Panyu, like I was saying earlier, Panyu, Foshan, which are just like 30 minutes, it's just a 30-minute train ride, you get stared at, like people who follow you. Yeah, so just be prepared for that. Some days I'm a little deviant. Some days I'm fine. Some days it doesn't bother me. I'm just like, no, and I can mind my business. Other days, I be on some other stuff, and anyways. Yeah, so cell phone zombies. I know y'all have seen cell phone zombies, like the people that are just like, this is a phone, right? Oh, this is my AC remote. This is a phone, right? And they're just like, they don't look up. But the cell phone zombies walk here. They don't just like stand there. They walk here, and they walk very slow. They move very slow. They get on. They just do everything slow. Why? Like, please get off your phone. There's been many a toes that I have stepped on because they were moving too slow. Anyways, like I said, some days I'm over here, some days I'm fine. Some days I'm over here, some days I'm fine. Check my mood before you get in front of me doing this. Yo, broken elevators. Okay, I don't know. I think this is maybe just something that I experienced personally, so it is hitting close to home. I stay in a building that has 33 floors. 33 floors. I live on the 32nd floor of this 33 floored building, okay? I stay on the 32nd floor. With that being said and understood, there is no way that I am walking downstairs to get to work. There is no way that I'm walking upstairs. Not doing it. However, on a daily basis, 3 of the 4 elevators are normally broken, which means that the entire building has to share one elevator. The entire building has to share one elevator. Okay? So I'm sick of broken elevators. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I cannot. Okay? The war on skin, the air, is all the same thing. Like I said, air pollution here sucks. The air here, the water here is horrible. My skin, I don't think my skin has looked this bad. Oof. I don't think my skin has looked this bad since I was in middle school. Like, my skin is, Of course you can't see it right now, but it's, I'm not a fan. And cigarette smoke, man. I'm so used to cigarette smokers being shunned in the U.S., honestly. Like people in the U.S., when you smell cigarette smoke, it catches you off guard. Like, you're like, who is smoking cigarettes? You heathen? Like, cigarette smoke, I'm not used to smelling cigarette smokes. Like, you smell cigarette smokes. Wow. You smell cigarette smoke when you go into certain areas that you know that you will smell cigarette smoke in, or like you know that this particular space over here, there might be cigarette smokers. So like, you might need to hold your breath, or you see a person with a cigarette and you're like, oh, they got a cigarette. I'm gonna just hold my breath for a second and walk past. No. See, baby. In China, smoking cigarettes is a pastime. Almost everybody smokes cigarettes here. And the cigarettes are so thin and small. They're like this long, but they're like this small. They're really thin. They look like little like toothpicks that you don't see them. So people just be walking around with these little death sticks, and they're so strong. Oh my God, it's so strong. Like, it's outrageous. And they smoke them everywhere. It doesn't matter where you're at. You will smell a cigarette. I smell cigarettes in my room because people like to smoke in the hallway. I smell cigarettes on the elevator because people want to get in the elevator and smoke. I smell cigarettes everywhere. Like, people smoke in the subway station. They be trying to get on the metro with the cigarettes, and cigarettes are everywhere. Okay, I'm sick of cigarettes. I cannot. And they are, oh my God, they smell so bad. They smell so bad here. I'm sorry to anyone that smokes. I'm just saying, the cigarettes is foul. I'm very privileged, okay, to not have to smell cigarette smoke every single day of my life. I'm not used to it. Whatever. Child, what we talking about now? Okay, the traffic is something else. It's strange traffic, okay? It's not strange, it's just, someone called it like gridlock traffic or something, I don't know. But, coming into China, I had to close my eyes whenever I got into a car, because the traffic it's upsetting. If you're coming from the US, where like we have like traffic lights, like average traffic lights here, and here, or like you're used to people like merging a certain way, it's definitely not like that here. It's very different. The other day when I was in Phuket, outside of China, but like still the other day when I was in Phuket, I got car sick for the first time in my life. I got car sick. Like, dude was slinging me around and I got car sick. So, heads up to anyone. Trash can peeing. People like to hold their babies over trash cans and they just start peeing. I don't know. It's a thing. Sky juice. Sky juice is when you are walking, you're just walking, minding your business, and random water just hits you. And you're like, is it raining? It's not raining. No, it's not raining. And you're like, well, what? Because there's water around me, but it's not raining. The buildings here are very tall. So you will never know where liquids are coming from. You don't know what kind of liquid it is. Just pray that it is average water out of the faucet, okay? Sky juices can come from AC units because sometimes it gets very hot here and people have to run their ACs. They can come from AC units. They can come from people throwing mop water or poop water out of their window, okay? So do not walk too close to buildings because you might get some sky juice on you. Try to walk in the middle of the road. I swear to you, it is perfectly normal. You're not gonna get hit, you're just gonna get honked at. But, I mean, you might get hit by a biker. Me, because I threaten people on bikes. Anyways, just walk in the middle of the road. If you're not used to navigating China, walk in the middle of the road. I know it sounds crazy after I just talked about the traffic. If you're on a fairly empty street, just better yet, carry an umbrella with you everywhere. Problem solved. If you're new to China, don't walk in the middle of the street. Sorry, that was bad advice. Walk with an umbrella. There you go. Ding. Okay. Sorry, I was reading a message. So anyways, yeah. This video is gonna be long. Y'all miss me. It's okay. Live with it. Oh God. So one of my lovely mates that I've met while being in China decided to be petty and asked me, how is apartment hunting? I don't know if I've actually talked about apartment hunting. I think I touched on it a few videos ago. Let's talk about it. So apartment hunting is the plague. It is, okay, so apartment hunting. If you have experience apartment hunting, great, more power to you. If you do not have experience apartment hunting, if you are coming in brand new, if you are a person like me that has never lived out of the country, you've never lived on your own, you've never had your own apartment that like you're responsible for, like you pay for it, that's not on like a college campus or something, please listen. Please, I swear, please listen. So apartment huntings. A lot of Chinese landlords do not like to rent to foreigners. They don't, because for one thing, there's a language barrier. You might not be able to speak Chinese. They might not be able to speak English. So there's going to be a language barrier. That's the reason they don't like renting to foreigners, okay? It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with race. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Doesn't necessarily have anything to do with nationality. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Trust me, they want the money, but if they can't understand you, it's not worth the hassle. Okay, secondly, your agent, that you will need an agent. You will need an agent that is for you. Now, with that being said and understood, the agents are about their coin, as everyone should be. Make sure the apartments that they show you are actually what you want. Do not settle for anything less. Do not settle for anything more. Do not settle. Set your price range first and foremost. Tell them where you want to stay. Make sure wherever you stay, I would suggest, is within 5 metro stops of where you are staying. That applies to my city because I know that we have metro stops. I think most of the cities in China have metro stations. So make sure that the place that you live is within 5 to 6 stops where you are working. Because on days when the city is crowded, on holidays, on major shopping days like 11/11, it is very difficult to commute. You have hundreds of people packed into the metro station. You will literally be standing so close to people that when they don't cover their mouth, they will sneeze on your upper lip, okay? Listen, seriously, make sure you are close to where you work. Please, it is vital. I did not take my own advice. Make sure you are close to where you work, okay? Secondly, I think that's 4th actually. Check your apartment 3 times. Check that baby like it's a Christmas list, okay? Check your apartment 3 times over. Make sure that the toilet flushes. Make sure that the lights work. Make sure that the gas in your stove, because most stoves in China are gas. Make sure that the stove works. Make sure that the electricity works in all the sockets. Just make sure. Also, make sure that there is not a roach infestation. The way to check for a roach infestation, I have learned, if you see small brown bits in the corners of cabinets and things like that, that is roach droppings. Probably don't want to get that apartment because there's a roach issue. With that being said, I wouldn't suggest an apartment lower than 12 floors. Just think of it as, think of GZ, Hong Kong, Beijing, Shanghai. Think of these places as New York, pretty much. Overcrowding, rats, roaches, and stinky places, okay? So, probably don't get anything less than, what did I say, the 12th floor? Yeah, probably don't get anything less than that. So, please make sure that the place that you stay is somewhere that you are happy with. And the happiness comes with being able to have an easy commute. Because if you have to wake up early on some days, like I do on Saturdays and Sundays, we have to get up very early so that we can be to our classes on time. You trust me, you don't want to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning traveling through Chinese traffic, okay? You don't want to do that, okay? So other than that, check your apartments 3 times. And if you're able to, negotiate for appliances. Like if you don't have a washer, ask for a washer. Either ask for a washer or ask to pay like a lower rent fee, because they're either going to give you one or the other. And like just bargain with things. Just bargain as much as you can. Try to get as much as you can out of the deal, especially if you're paying quite a bit for the apartment. Bargain. Try to get as much as you can. The least that you have to spend on your apartment is the better, especially if you have to pay more for rent. Okay, and set your expectations, because you're in China. You're in a foreign country. China is not like the US, okay? If you're coming from the US, we're used to large spaces and blah, 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 blah. It's not like that. Of course, as time goes on, you will be able to find those commonalities, and you will be able to find things that give you home comforts, and you will be able to find things that make you comfortable in your space. But set your expectations. It's pretty much it, because as you guys can see, my eyes are glazing over. I'm so sorry. I'm a wee bit tired doing this video. Oh, there is actually one more thing, sorry. Jillian, to your question about the plague, I think you asked, was there a recent plague outbreak? Yes, there was. Not in Guangzhou. There was a recent outbreak of the bubonic plague, I think, and it came out of Inner Mongolia. In a lot of I don't know what I just said. In a lot of places in China, vaccinations, Western medicine in general, is not the norm. Here in Guangzhou, you have to go to international hospitals in order to get Western medicine or to get Western treatment. When I had tonsillitis when I first got here, I had to go to an international hospital and pay out of pocket so that I could get an antibiotic injection. And it wasn't just a shot. I had to get hooked up to an IV for 2 days so that I could have an antibiotic drip. So Western medicine is China. They're very much on traditional medicines and traditional aids and things like that. So yes, there was a plague. It wasn't an outbreak. There was 2 cases of it coming out of Inner Mongolia. So I believe as of now they've been able to resolve the issue at this point in time. I haven't heard anything else about it, but yes, I'm safe. I did actually go and get my first flu shot. I'm adulting out here, and I think that is pretty much going to wrap up this video. Once again, family, love you. I promise you I do. I'm just a wee bit tired. I'm gonna actually get some rest and then hopefully work on the Phuket video, because I really want you guys to see all the beautiful things that I've seen and experience some of these things, go on this journey with me. It was great. But yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to hit me once again at Abroad in China on Instagram. Feel free to comment on this video. Feel free to leave any suggestions, like, subscribe, and share. Okay? Yeah? I love ya. I love you so much. I love you so much. Okay, I gotta go. All right,
Thank
bye.
you all so much for staying tuned for the video. I know it's a bit long, but I just wanted to make sure we covered a majority of the topics. Please stay tuned for the vlog Girl You Trippin', where I discuss our trip to Phuket. It was great.